This thing was like tripping. Hey guys, what's going on? Y'all log on in. Give you guys a second to come on. I am Lakeisha Michelle. And this week, we're going to just have the conversation that everybody was like, I need to come to. So we just had a boot camp and here in Dallas, and it was so phenomenal. Everybody's like sending me messages about how their minds are blown because we just went over, man, it was just like trying to fit so much. You just can't fit everything into an 8-hour day. Like you just can't. So the Business Bootcamp was off the chain because, we're talking about, what it takes to build your 6-figure business and in the way that you want it, because you don't want your business to be wearing you out. You don't want your business to, be stressing you out, right? So it was really fun because we got to go over, we talked about marketing and actually making a plan. We talked about, hitting your numbers and what that really looks like. And it was a trip because as we were just breaking down the numbers, everybody was like, just mind blown. And I think in business, you forget that it's your business. And so you can design it to be what you want it to be. Like seriously, you can. And so today we're going to talk about some principles in business that have like literally just rang true for me in any type of thing I've ever sold, from mobile applications to websites to hairstyling to makeup to video contracts to singing deals I've just used the same principles and they work. Anybody want to know those principles that allow you to reach the 6-figure business that gives you the life you want? It's not so much about the numbers as it is about the life. Like you work for yourself, you create a business and you work on it and in it so that you can live the way you desire to live. How many of you guys know that you can do that? Do you believe you can do that? Comment and let me see what your thoughts are in the comments below. I can't tell you yes or no because it's your belief. You run that, not me. But I would love to see your thoughts. Do you believe that in 2019, you can make a shift that allows you to get results that really change the trajectory of your life based on some principles? You guys, this stuff smells so good. It's eucalyptus. And then I mix it with the coconut oil and then just have a whole little, it just smells amazing. Amazing. Do you believe that your business can give you the lifestyle you love? Because did you know that it's a vehicle? Principle number 1. Hey guys, I see everybody coming on in the room. Principle number 1, your business is a vehicle. Yes. I see the yeses. Okay. Hey, glad it was a success. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. Hey guys, what's up YouTube? What's up Facebook? So you guys, here's the deal. Yesterday when we were in the Sunday when we were in the boot camp, we went over so many different things and they're still up there on the wall because I just ain't took it down yet. But one of the things that everybody wanted to talk about was marketing. Everybody wanted to talk about systems. People wanted to talk about money. And there was just so many of the same concerns, even though the businesses were different. And so what I want to talk to you guys today about is how I consistently, no matter what business I touch, like it gives me what I want from it, period. And also what I had to learn is that I need to always be raising my belief. And so I'm not above this, but what I'm excited to do is show you how you can join me in just continual increase in your business. If there's something that you want to talk about today, let me know in the comments. Do you want continual increase in your business financially? Let me know. And if I get enough yeses, then we're going to continue this. Some of the things that people wanted from the boot camp, let's see. So clientele building, marketing, which go hand in hand. They talked about different revenue streams. We talked about systems. They wanted to understand pricing and they wanted to understand creating passive income. I see all the yeses coming through. Cool. So it was really fun because we talked about all those things. And again, 8 hours is just not enough time because if you want to talk about revenue streams and really get into detail on how you put I have different revenue streams. In the month of January, I got paid for several different things, right? From speaking, singing, from teaching online courses, from my internet stuff, other old stuff that I created. So you have different revenue streams, not to mention my health and wellness company, which I saw yesterday. I made some money with that too. So it's like, it's just awesome because you need multiple revenue streams, guys, period. That's an obvious thing. If you don't have it, be looking for opportunity and stop looking for, don't make it conditional. Just say, Lord, I want more opportunities. Show me my next best opportunity. And then you'll be surprised what was always in your face. But that's another story for another day. So I want to talk to you guys about the path to creating a six-figure business and on your terms, okay? And really, I will tell you guys this. Rule number one, I talk about it all the time, but for some reason, people just ignore it. Rule number one is it starts in the mind. Type that in the comments. Rule number one, it starts in your mind. It starts in your mind. So when I first started, business, and we're talking, when I got out of beauty school, so I paid $17,000 to go to beauty school. And the entire time, they forgot to tell me how to run a business, okay? So what I had to quickly realize, and the way that I learned business was because I read business books. And everybody in all the books kept talking about, you know, how you had to have these characteristics first, which is all about you mentally developing yourself. It didn't start with, you know, a strategy or a specific tactic. What they started with was your mental headspace, where you are in your head, because you can get all the strategies in the world. You can get all the strategies in the world, but if you are not in the right headspace, it doesn't matter. I.e., why you see people who know what to do to lose weight, but they never do. Because they're not mentally in the right headspace to actually be diligent and to be disciplined to make it happen, to deny things so that you can have the gain in the end, right? And so the whole thing is this. And if you guys were just with me an hour ago, you guys see that I got the nails off. Anyway, the whole thing is this. Your mind is always running the show. And so when I first started business, I was in the negative, okay? Somebody, do y'all know what that is like? I was in the absolute negative. And so, but I just was sick and tired. And I said, let me actually take the advice in these books that I'm reading. Now, these books had nothing to do with the beauty industry. This conversation today is for general business, but I learned how to do business because I sold a service, okay? So for those accountants, for those authors, for those coaches, for the speakers, for the people who are not beauty professionals that are following me, sending me messages all the time saying, is this for me? The reason why you asked, is it for you? Because it resonates with you, because that means you can apply it to what you do. So stop counting yourself out on any information. You can learn something from everything, okay? From everything. When I went and got a car from CarMax 2 years ago, got a car from CarMax. I'm sitting there, just sitting there. I learned how to up-level my systems in my business just from watching their system. I was done talking to the car dealer about my car because I was already done. I decided I wanted it. So that was it. Just give me the right numbers. And then I just said, let's talk about how y'all running this. And so he just walked me through all the systems and the processes and the flow. And it was so amazing to watch. And I instantly was like, oh, I can do this to my business. Do I sell cars? No. But I knew how to take the concept and apply it to my business. So that's what was really, really powerful. And I think that we have to remember that. So again, I started my business. I was in the negative. I get my license to be a hairdresser. And literally, they don't tell you much. It was really all about passing state board. Okay, it was passing state board that was important to them. And so that's what we focused on. You do get some skills, but it wasn't, you get out of there, you're just clueless. And so I had to search and look because I just knew that I did not spend all that time or that money, but more importantly, the time. I didn't put all that time into school to get out and still be stuck and broke. How many guys started a business and you have been feeling like, I did not just start this. I didn't put all that time. I didn't put all this money into this business in order to be sitting here stressed out, frustrated, and broke. Because that's what the average, a lot of people are just running around, believing the hype, not putting in the work and looking for results for work that they didn't put in. It's kind of crazy. And so the first thing I had to learn was that my mind had to be right, or else I would quit because I just didn't have the characteristics. I just didn't have the mindset to keep going when I wanted to give up. That's one thing I love about fitness. I don't like working out, but it's just one of those things. You got to push yourself to keep doing it until your set is finished. And so it's the same thing with business. And so when I finally got serious and realized that when I got out of beauty school, I wasn't going to have any money, I began to wake up earlier, even to go to beauty school. I was like, I got to get up and I got to get dressed. I need to be at this school looking like the professional that I'm going to be when I get out. Hold, please. Let me just say, that's so important. It's crazy. I realized in beauty school that I needed to look like the professional that I was going to be when I got out. So on Sunday at the Business Bootcamp, one of the things that I stress to everybody is that we have to live from a space of where we are going. Does that make sense? A lot of times we keep getting the same thing over and over because we're living from the wrong space. In your business right now, you may be focused on something that is happening right now, and that's blocking you from focusing on where you are going. Because when you are focused on where you are going, the things that happen day to day, although you may see them, you may feel them, you just know and act. You respond to them from your future self, that future successful version of you. Now, here's rule number 2 that I didn't know. You need to have a vision. I needed to get a vision for where I really wanted to go, or else I would always be just talking about when it happens. Have you ever been around somebody who just, when it happens, when it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And years go by and they're saying the same thing and they haven't changed. At the end of the day, we look at people's lives. Has your life changed? That's what I love about my YouTube channel. If you just go back, you just only see elevation. Every single year, you just see like, wow, whoa, well, you just see this rise. So I don't have to prove nothing because all you got to do is look at the facts. Facts speak, right? Your life shows proof. And so the thing is, you and I, because I'm never exempt from anything that I'm speaking about, you and I have to consistently be living from the space of where we're going. And so our day-to-day has to match where we're going. So one of the things that we talked about on Sunday, yeah, I see you guys like, oh, yeah. What we talked about on Sunday was, if I'm a millionaire, is my day filled with the tasks that bring in the millions? You could have 0 clients, but if you know in your heart that you're a millionaire, what are the key tasks that will bring you that? So when I was in a negative and really trying to figure this thing out and constantly going in and out the negative, get some money, boom, got to pay a bill, forgot I had a bill on auto draft, boom, back in the negative. Get a little money, do too many swipes on a debit card, boom, back in the negative. It was just this crazy thing, right? And here I am, I've spent $17,000. I got a loan for $17,000, and I'm trying to learn business and live a life and manage rent and all these different things. And so once I realized that it was my mindset, I began to just start acting like where I wanted to go. And for me, at the time, my mindset was small, and I just wanted to be able to pay my bills. So I set my initial goals on that life of paying your bills on time. Somebody caught that. So my initial vision and my initial goal was just living a life of not, of just knowing like, okay, I'm going to be able to pay my rent. And so, which is fine. That's where my belief was at the time, right? That's where my belief was at the time. And so I set out and said, who is that person? How does that person show up? Well, she's definitely not having an attitude. She definitely gets dressed. She definitely is acting like a professional. And so I had to mentally shift, because here I am, the musician that is singing at the karaoke bars and the steakhouses all over Dallas. And now I've gone in to be this hairdresser, and I got to change the, stay up late, wake up late lifestyle and become a professional so that I can attract the type of woman that I wanted to serve, And so there was a mental shift. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Because here's the question. Do you really have a vision and a detailed list of who you need to be now in order to get to that place that you are just waking up every day wishing you were in, right? You have to have a detailed list of who that person is. And then you have to step into being. You have to live from that space. Does that make sense? Let me see in the comments. Nikki said, I'm running around the hair church. That is hilarious. Tracy says, yes. Say that again, just where you going, you speaking the truth, me. Yeah, so I'm just trying to make sure you guys follow me, because, right, okay, cool. I'm looking at the comments. I love it. And here's what I love. When I ask you, does it make sense? It's not a trick question. I really, if you don't understand, want to further explain so that you're not lost. So I love that you're being honest and you're like, wait a minute, tell me what's happening. I love that. Explain. So what that means is, when I realized, so I sat down, which I'm going to talk about all these different things that I did, but I sat down and I said, okay, I keep not having money. Like I don't understand what's happening. And I've taken this loan, I got my license, and it's game time. And so I want to be a successful hairdresser. At the time, I'm not a hairdresser anymore, guys. But at that time, I'm speaking to when I first really started playing business, okay? And I said, okay, here's what I want. Here's where I want to go. That was my vision. I began to write out I want to make this. I want to wake up like this. I want to do this. I started going into detail on what I wanted. And then I had to look at that and say, well, it doesn't start tomorrow, guys. It starts today. So who do I need to be today in order to make that person's life that I'm writing down, which I want that to be my life? How do I bring that into my reality now? Because it's already done. That's really the way you question things. Because it's already done, what am I doing today to match? Does that make sense? Got it. Okay, good. So I begin to really read a lot of books and just understand that, okay, if I want to have X amount of dollars coming in every week, then I've got to actually do what supports bringing in the dollars. And so at the time, because I didn't have any clients, it was putting myself out there and going out marketing. And the only way at the time, my strongest, always go for your quickest. I hope you guys are taking notes. Pause. Let me see some pen emojis. Are you guys taking notes? 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 Let me just see. Let's just see. Good. Crystal, get your mind right, people. These comments are hilarious. Okay, good. Not writing and yelling, Glennis. So here's the deal. So now that I realize, okay, here's where I want to go. And guys, this is the strategy. This is what all the millionaires, this is what everybody does, okay? And the thing is, the reason why your mindset is first is because if you don't believe you can do it, then it won't happen for you. So I was like, okay, I want to be able, for me, I was very modest. My first round of visioning. The reason why you are always welcome to rewrite your vision. You are always welcome to up level, and say, you know what? That was playing small. I need to play bigger than that. You are always welcome to do so. And so at the beginning, I had a small, I only could see so much for myself. So I set the goal for $500 a week. I don't even know. Let me see what that actually is for the month. Let's see what that is. Now, okay, so 500 times, I should know that was dumb. $2,000. But there's never a dumb thing. You just have to be clear. So that's $2,000. Okay. Was I really trying to make $24,000 a year? Wow. Okay. So yeah, my belief level was so low. This is why you also need coaches and mentors, because if I had a coach or mentor, they probably would have slapped me. If I was coaching someone and I saw this and I know it's possible for them, then I'm going to be like, you playing like a chicken, right? But I understand. Hey, and guess what? If you have $0, then $500 a week is a lot of money. So let's be clear. That's where I was. Okay. So I'm very proud of that moment. So I go and I set this goal and I write it everywhere. It was in my closet. It was in my, on my bathroom mirror. I had it on my refrigerator. I had it everywhere. So all the time I knew $500 a week, $500 a week, $500 a week. And so at the time, I didn't have nothing. So then I said, okay, if this is the metric, write the word metric down. If you are a business owner and you are not running your business by metrics, let's get the, y'all know I should just walk around with a dictionary and a thesaurus because I just love wordplay. So metric means of or based on the meter as a unit of length relating to the metric system. Okay, let's go. Relating to or denoting a metric, a system or standard of measurement. That's what I'm talking about right there. A system or standard of measurement. You have to have a system or a standard of measurement as it relates to your marketing, as it relates to your sales, because they're not the same thing. Although they go hand in hand, they are two different things, two different departments. So you have to have metrics in place, ways to measure what you are doing. So many times, here's what we're going to talk about today too. If you don't have metrics, then when something happens, you don't understand why. Does that make sense, guys? If you don't have a way to measure, remember, a metric is a system or a standard of measurements. So if you don't have a way to measure what you're doing, as a result of not having metrics, you are stressed out. You are wondering where the clients went. You are feeling like you're doing a lot and not getting any result. Have I struck a nerve? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to wait. Yes. Yes. Okay, good. Now, here's the question for you today. Every single day, I'm going to give you guys just things. I want you guys to take these questions and really reflect on your business. If you never joined my mastermind, it don't matter. Take these questions and go assess your business. Okay? So, here's the deal. What metrics are you currently using in the following departments? Write it down. Write it down. I'm getting ready to give y'all some departments. Not a lot, just a few. I just told you what they were, actually. Marketing needs metrics. There needs to be a way that you measure how you're marketing, and you need to be able to measure the response. So you're going to put some time in on your marketing, and then you're going to get some feedback. And as you put the time in and as you get the feedback, you begin to get into a marketing flow. But there has to be a way to measure that what you're doing is actually valuable to your business. There is no way I would spend as much time as I do on social media if it wasn't valuable to my business. Live stream and video is huge. If you are not using it in your business, you are missing out. I built my online business off of live streaming. So many people were saying, well, you need an email list. Well, my first year, I made 6 figures without an email list. While I think you need an email list, what I know to be true for me and so many other people is that you can have both. You can have the email list and the live streams, and then it's even more yummy. But until you have a metric to measure, now, when I'm on live stream, there are certain things I look for. There are certain things I do. There are certain times. Those are my metrics. Those are my ways to measure what is and isn't working. I'm giving you guys instructions and things to do, and you guys are interacting with me, and I'm actually talking to people every single day. Now, when I was building my business, the one I was just telling you about, $500 a week, no, I didn't use social media. The fastest way for me to get to my $500 a week goal was going to be me getting out and talking to people, i.e., I created a program called the Book Stylist. It's not just for hairdressers. It's how you market yourself old school with some flyers, right? It's how you can build a business. If you have a service or a product, there's just a way that you do it, right? And it gets you booked, okay? Your service, whatever service you are selling. So that's where that program came from, because anytime I've wanted to build a business like the old school offline way, it was the Book Stylist. Now, I did add the social media portion to it, but it's the Book Stylist all day long. Don't worry if you don't have an email list. That's a whole nother subject. I'm speaking, there's several types of entrepreneurs on these live streams. It's not just all my beauty professional people. It's not just y'all. But I need you guys to understand that business is business, right? And so you have to have metrics, okay? And so in the department of your marketing, you want to have metrics. So that is a way to measure if what I'm doing is actually giving me a result. And at the end of the day, your marketing should be giving you interested people who are interested in what you have to offer. I see so many people that are using their social media likes as a metric. And while it does give you some indication of what people like and are interested in, if they're not moving and buying and asking you questions to do more, then you're not doing something right on your social media. So you have to measure what people do as a result of your marketing. Does this make sense? So I want you to write down, what metrics do I have in place so that I can assure my business that my marketing plan is working? Okay? Now, let's go to sales. I'm giving you guys time to write. Are y'all writing? Okay, good. Thank you. I try to keep it very simple, guys, because I think we try to make business more complicated. People be like, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I'm going to do this and I'm doing. Listen, business is simple. You're getting money in exchange for something valuable, something that the audience, the marketplace deems valuable. So either I'm going to give you money for a hairstyle, I'm going to give you money for some sunglasses, I'm going to give you money for an iPhone, I'm going to give you money for an earring, I'm going to give you money for some lashes. That's just an exchange, and that's what business is. Now the question becomes, how much money do you want the business to pay you personally, right? And then how many products or services do you have to sell to reach that number consistently? And then what metrics and ways will you go about getting people's attention so that you can make the offer so that they can buy your valuable product or service? Does that make sense? You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. I love how you break it down. That makes sense. Thank you for your teaching. You are amazing. Thank you, guys. YouTube. Y'all know y'all my first love. My first love. My first love. And my only love. Oh. Okay, sorry. ADD. So guys, make sure that you're writing these questions down, because when you get up this live stream, you can start to assess your business. This will allow you to get a business assessment like, well, yo, what am I doing? The average person doesn't have a business plan. Because on Sunday, we went through, oh my God, I need a different chair. We went through all of these areas of our business, the key activities that make you money, the ways that you're marketing, the type of relationship you have, the different type of customers you have, the ways that you are actually offering value. How does the value even fit with the customer? We looked at the cost structure of your business. We looked at the revenue streams. We did all of that on Sunday, and we barely touched the surface. Okay, so back to the point. I see you guys in the comments. I love it. You're welcome, Glennis. Thank you. The book stylist and all your other courses I'm signed up on is great. Nikki, you are in a lot of stuff, huh? Thank you. Okay, so here's the deal. You have to have the right mindset. You cannot go into business. Some people go into business worried about what the competition is doing. I don't want to tell too many people because, they're going to be looking and they're going to be trying to steal my idea. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Your idea is not original, boo. I'm so sorry. So even when the day I saw Gary Vaynerchuk say that he ain't signing no disclosures, nobody signs disclosure. It's just like a new day. It is a new day. And guess what? If somebody's going to steal, they're going to steal anyway. Now, you take your proper legal measures, but at the end of the day, like, I remember somebody was like trying to ask me for advice on something, and they kept saying, well, I can't tell you what it is. Well, then don't talk to me, because I'm not going to try to play a guessing game and give you roundabout advice about something that I could care less about. I don't want to, like, it was just really too much. And that person to this day hasn't had any money come from that business because they keep trying to act like this. You cannot start a business like this. You have to start your business like this. Who can I help? Who can I help? Who can I help? How many people can I get these eyelashes on? How many ladies can I make feel amazing and feminine and sexy by giving them these eyelashes? I got to present these eyelashes to them 100 times so that they can know that they're going to feel amazing. I'm going to teach them how to put them on so then they can buy them. And so what metrics, what is my system that I'm going to use in order to put myself out there? And I stopped even saying put yourself out there, because then some people started making it about them. And it's not about you. The business is the business. Take your emotions out of it and just understand that if I want to sell X amount of lashes, then I've got to present them X amount of times. All right, that's a metric. That's how we measure. And according to my number of presentations and the number of actual sales that are had, and also the number of people that say I'm interested. So that's for tomorrow. But there's a whole system that you have to measure to see what's working and what's not working. Right? But this is how business has to be approached. You got to break down all the different alleys in a business. And you have to put on your CEO hat and stop just being the person delivering the service. Because if you're only the person who delivers the service, then it's a wonder why you look up and you start saying, where did the customers go? I need more. Like, I don't even know. Like, oh, I've been so busy delivering the service, being the artist, being the talent, that I don't know how to manage this and grow this. Right. Open arms, not stingy. So mindset. Okay. Mindset is key. It's first. It's not last. You don't go do a business and then get your mind right. In order to get a successful business, it's going to take you opening up your mind and being creative and being resourceful and thinking outside the box and doing it afraid and doing it with fear and having the courage to walk up to people you don't know and talk to them. This is what it's going to take to build a business, any business. Any business, guys. It's going to take courage. And that is all mindset and hard work. Okay, so that's first. Because if you don't work on that, again, you're going to start building your business with these little scary goals that ain't going to move nothing. That's really going to wear you out. And then you're going to be like, okay, I might as well go get a day job. And I'm not knocking day jobs. You can have a day job and a side hustle business. Either way, even at your day job, it got to be a mindset. So when I worked corporate, I still had to get my mind right before I walked in that door, because I never wanted to be there anyway. I got sick of trading my time for $1, $10 to be exact. Then it was $14. So I'm going to give you 8 hours of my day for $14 an hour. I just like to think that there's a better way. Right? Even though I didn't know what the way was going to be, I just like to think at the time. Then I'm like $16 an hour. I'm like, there's got to be a better way. What's the difference from the person that makes $500 an hour and the person who makes $16 an hour? Have you ever worked a corporate job? I worked corporate. I was typically smarter than the people who were making more money than me. Like they didn't even know how to use half the stuff in the office. They didn't know half the stuff. They didn't know all these different things. But I did. But because they had the mindset and they understood something that I didn't understand. But boy, when I did. So anyway, moral of the story, your mind has to be right. And then you have to actually live from the space of where you desire to be. Okay, so guys, write the word down. You got to have a vision. What's the vision? Like, are you just working to pay bills? I would advise you not to do that. Vision means, what is your ideal life? You don't get into business just to give yourself another job. That's what I was doing. I gave myself a raise, but I still was just, an employee. Because I was walking around with the employee mindset. Read Robert Kiyosaki, Business of the 21st Century, The Cash Flow Quadrant. These are books. Go get them. Right? And so, so living from that space. So I had to ask myself the question of, because that's already true. I need you to know that whatever you put out is true. Okay? It's already done. Now you've got to do the work to align with what's done. Does that make sense? So somebody write their income goal down in the comments. Somebody write a business goal. Any income goal, business goal. What's the goal you have right now for your business? Write it down. Let me see in the comments. I worked a warehouse job for $17 an hour and still wasn't fulfilled. A job will never fulfill you. It's just that. It's supposed to give you a check. You are exchanging your work and your time in exchange for something you deem valuable, which is the dollar. So sometimes I think people get jacked up too, trying to be fulfilled at work. Jesus fulfills me. You know what I'm saying? Having fun and passion and those things, that's a, fleeting fulfillment, but these things are fulfilling. Like a job is a job. Sometimes we got to just let it be the job. That's your investor. If you want to have a full-time business, if you want to go from working at a corporate job and have your own, be grateful for that corporate job because that's your investor. And that's what's going to give you the leverage in order to have your own business. But please don't go into your own business with the wrong mindset and living from a small space. Okay, somebody just said $6,000 a month. Okay, so here's what I was talking about. So if we look at $6,000 a month, 1, 2, 3, divided by 4, that's $1,500 a week. Okay, this is my favorite thing to do. I love playing with numbers. I got this from Lisa Nichols. We do this all day. She just does it with $50 million numbers. Okay, so $6,000 a month, that's $1,500 a week. What are you selling? And here's what I love is that you can always start with the numbers first and then plug in what you're selling and then plug like that. You totally can do that, by the way. You want to make $6,000 a month, $1,500 a week. Let's assume you're going to work 5 days a week. So that's $300. I have to check like $300 a day. And that's 5 days a week. Okay. Okay. So $300 a day. And I'm assuming you're working 8 hours a day, 300 divided by 8. So that's $37.50 an hour. Anytime you break numbers down like that, it's always fun for me because then I always help people go, oh, it's not that much. $37.50. Right? Okay. So that's $6,000. So the question, then it becomes a fun game. What can I sell for $37.50 an hour? And then once you validate the product, because that's what's going to take, it's going to take you validating the product. Once you spend the time and you do your validation, which requires metrics, okay? Validating means that you go out and you get enough people paying you for that thing that you're going to give them for $37.50. Once you have a surefire thing that someone will buy over and over again for $37.50, then it becomes, how can I multiply the amount of those I do in an hour? So what if you could do, let's just say, even if you said you did 2 of those an hour, now you make $75 an hour times 8 hours a day. That's $600. Okay, per day times 5 days a week. That's $3,000. a week. Do you believe you can make $3,000 a week selling something for $37 or $75? Right? It's not hard, guys. I promise you it's not. I promise you it's not. The thing is, the metrics are really, really key. Where I see people fall out is they think that because you're an entrepreneur, it needs to be this sexy roller coaster ride of all the Instagram sexy stuff people posting. And no, what's real is the day-to-day calls that you got to make. Because you got to be prospecting, you got to be following up, and you got to be presenting all the time. I learned that from Brian Tracy back in the day. Okay, so when I was at that $500 a week goal, I was like, I was reading these books, and one of my favorites was Brian Tracy. And Brian Tracy said, you need to always be prospecting. And I was like, okay, so I got to go out. Like, I don't know nobody, so I got to go outside. And I would literally put on my apron as a hairdresser. I would put on my apron and go outside and prospect all day long. Prospecting meaning you're going and presenting your $37 offer. So whoever says $6,000 a month, that's $37.50. Let's just call it $38. Okay. So that thing that you have for $38, you need to present it in front of X amount of people every single day. And once you do that, you're going to start to see a result. And you have to measure that result. If you are not measuring the result, that's why people quit. Because they think that their efforts aren't working. You don't even know what's working because you haven't measured it. So I guess I'll just go ahead and, because I'm dipping into tomorrow's conversation. But listen, is this good for you? Let me know in the comments. Let me pause. 50K by May. All right. 500K in production, 350K after expenses. I love it. Very specific. 6-figure business. But what is 6 figures? 100,000, 200,000, 500,000. 6 figures, profits over wages. Only for some, we all trade our time for $1. You are going to trade time for money. But here's what I say. I don't want you to set how much money I can make in my hour. While I'm sitting here, somebody just sent me some money. And the show wasn't, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you're going to, and then there are businesses that you put in initial hard work, like, and I wouldn't say hard, but it's going to be a lot of work you put in, a lot of the same routine work up front, but then it's paying you year after year. So understand that while there's always, but there's opportunity. I'm just going to put it that way. But until I shifted my mindset, I was only worried about doing hair for $50 a pop, which is fine. But at some point, my arm hurt, my knees hurt, my body hurt, and I don't want to do this. I don't want to have to do this. When you have to do it, that's a different story. If you have to get up and be ready by 8 to go to work, that's a different story. But that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. Whole nother day. There's going to be work. You ain't going to get something for nothing. So there's going to be, but why don't you do the work that's going to make sure that you are really, really profiting and you're getting paid for your efforts long after you're done putting in your efforts. So, you know, there's a path to that. And you want to just, again, squeeze more out your hour. What? Squeeze more out your hour. So even if you're behind the chair, even if you're selling services, there's always other things that complement what someone is getting. So if someone's sitting in your chair and they came in for a consultation, it's a disservice if you see that they need 3 other things and you don't mention it to them. But see, we be so scared. Oh, they might not got the money. Oh, you know, I don't want to be seen like a salesperson. Yada, 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 yada. And again, what does that speak to? That's your mind. That speaks to your mind. And so many times we're just screwing ourselves because our mind is just constantly in the way telling you who you're not when you're so much more. Right? So, okay, 100K to start. So anytime, here's what $100,000 looks like. I think it's $8,000 a month, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, 8,000 times 12. That's 96. So 100,000 divided by, 10. What am I? Y'all see, I picked up my calculator. I don't try to be smarter than a 5th grader. Like, I don't even care. I don't need to be. Because I know how to make $100,000. Online, offline, both. Like, we can do this, right? So here's the deal. Once you know your desire, 10K. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I always said 10K a month, but it's just not enough. Like after taxes and stuff, it's really not enough. So, but if that's where you want to start, you have your desire, you have your vision. What does it look like for you to make 100K? I want you to really, guys, spend some time today going through the visual of what is my life now that I make $100,000 a year? What does my life look like? Okay, that's what I did for $500 a week. I was just like, ooh, I want to make $500 a week. Ooh, I'm gonna be so happy. And I focused on, I put it everywhere. I saw my salon chair full. I started dressing like I already had the clients. I started speaking to them. I started figuring out where those clients are going to be. I started getting hungry and I just got obsessed. I just made it my number one focal point. Okay. And so once I figured out the number and I got the vision really, really clear, and I'm kind of giving you guys, we don't got a lot of time. We're about to wrap it up. Once I got really, really clear on what it looked like to be 100,000 air, right? Then I began to say, who is that person that I'm servicing? And what am I giving them? So at the beginning, here's where I got jacked up. I was trying to be everything to everybody. It worked, but it was very, very stressful. Okay, so I would encourage you to get really specific. The more you specialize, the more quickly you can get a response. But when you're all over the place, like I was doing nails and toes and hair, and I was doing anything they needed. I got you. Now that also built my character. That also built relationships. That also taught me a lot. So everything happens for a reason. But and also the reason why I can tell you don't do that, because it was just stressful. It was hard to organize my day. The minute I began to focus and scale back certain things, then I saw more money in my day because I had made the space for it. And oh, by the way, sometimes when you scale back, you got to just suck it up and realize that scaling back means you're going to have to lose some money on the front end because you know the money that's going to come in on the back end. Does that make sense? I love it, Jane. Jane say, I'm dressed up, driving, listening to you, going to prospect. Prospecting is everything. And $2,000 a week, Nalula, you know I'm gonna be harder on you because Nalula been in my mastermind, because you know it's attainable. So the question really becomes, what are you doing that's in the way of the $2,000 a week? Because we know you offer something of high service for that already. So what are you doing that's not in alignment with that number goal? There's something in your day that's in the way. And we're gonna talk about that later this week. There's so much to talk about, you guys. And we've already been talking for 47 minutes. So it just gets kind of crazy. But the moral of the story today, oh yeah, you said 100,000. So $100,000, $10,000 a month. Okay, you got to make sure you validate your product. That's key. Validating the product. Sometimes we spend so much time on something that don't nobody wants. So making sure validating means, let's just get the definition because y'all know I like to break it down. Validate definition. To validate means that you are going to check or prove the validity or accuracy of something. So you are checking to prove that the customer actually wants what you are offering. So many times I see entrepreneurs trying to go after businesses in industries where people are just not excited. I don't want to sell something that people aren't fired up to buy. So the beauty industry made sense because everybody on their brokest day want to look good and feel good. The health and wellness industry makes sense because everybody wants to look good and feel good, right? There are some things that I see people selling and I just go, you too emotional about that. And nobody's knocking down doors to get it. So here's another question. Ask yourself, is this industry like screaming and waving their hand for what I have to offer? And don't get discouraged because there's so many opportunities, guys. I've been telling you guys about my isogenics business. And when I have that call for my go-getters that are looking, you're like, you know what? I just want to plug into a business that already works. I'll hook y'all up with that. But in the meantime, that's another call for another day. You need to make sure you're in an industry that people are screaming for, meaning that they're going, I want my nails done. Like right now, I want my nails done. I want my makeup done. I want my hair done. I want to look good. I want to lose weight. These are things I want to date. That's why these industries are so popping because everybody wants it. right? Does that make sense? So once you validate, okay, that the market wants what you have to offer, and that means that people are giving you money, because some people think that validation is just asking somebody, do they think it's a good idea? No. Validation is they gave you some money, honey. They pulled out their card and they say, here you go. There it is. Okay. That's what they did. We don't need your opinions. Opinions can't pay bills. My daddy taught me that. So, yeah, that is a good question, guys. Write that down. What am I doing that doesn't get me to? If you could just stop doing the stuff that ain't about the money in your business, because business is about money. Right? I need to offer products to every client. Right. So it really just looking at your ticket price. There's a million reasons why you could not be hitting it. Well, not a million. There's probably a couple. So the thing is, if you have a number goal like 2,000 a week, how many days a week are you working? 1, 2, 3, 2,000. How many days a week you working? I love it. I love it. I love it. So look, while she gives me that, I want to tell you guys, the CEO Mastermind is open. If you're enjoying this conversation and you want to be able to get laser coaching like that on the spot in our private Facebook group, then you want to be in this mastermind. If you want to get access to these courses that you've heard me mention, the book stylist, the 30-day sales challenge, if you want to actually work on the cost structures of your business, finding your revenue streams, finding your distribution channels, if you want to grow your income and your clientele, then why don't you join my mastermind? I use video marketing heavily, so I will totally be talking to you about video marketing, but also I love grassroots strategies, things that you can do right now this week to go out and actually make more income within this week. That's what the CEO Mastermind is all about. Now, the last time I opened these doors was literally over 6 months ago, okay? And so you can join my mastermind. The value of the course is $19.97. The courses that are there individually have been priced, and people have purchased them for as much as $4.97, $5.97 to, $60, $30, $47. These products are all different costs. But for this week, I'm offering you guys to join the mastermind, which gives you access to a certain set of courses they're all about clientele building, all about income, putting systems in your business. You get the coaching in the private Facebook group or in the comments of the private membership area. It's all online. You get instant access. Does this sound like something that you guys would be interested in? Let me know in the comments. Now, I always get a million people asking me about it after the doors close. All right. Now, the value of this course is $19.97. You can have it for $8.97, which saves you about $260. Or you can do 12 payments of $97. Okay. 12 payments of $97. That's less than $4 a day. So every 30 days, you pay $97 for access to a vault of my classes. Now, if you think this live stream was good, then you definitely want to join my mastermind. This ain't even touched the surface. This ain't even touched the surface. So when you join, go to LakeishaMichelle.com to join. But this course is basically going to help you find your business level and your key activity that you need to be working on. Because if you're working on the wrong activities, then it's a wonder why your business is frustrating you. It's a wonder why you don't have clients or the income that you seek. I must scale back, right? And so then the cool thing is that you have the community. And so you can pop in and say, Keisha, this just happened. I don't know why. I love business strategy. I'm obsessed with it. I absolutely love it because it's like a fun game, because it doesn't matter the business. It's like business runs on metrics. Nikki says, so worth it. Some of you guys that are already in, if you paid in full, you good to go. You already getting the updates. All of the updates that start happening, they're already yours. The stuff is already in your membership site, okay? So here's the deal. Here's how you join. You go to LakeishaMichelle.com and you see the details. Read the sales page. If it looks like a good fit for you, it says who it's for, who it's not for. You see the included bundled classes that are there. You get a ton of classes that I sell individually for way more money. And I just every now and then I open the doors for those people who say, you know what? I just need tribe. I need community. I need to be able to ask questions. I need help working on my vision. I need to build my clientele. I need to put systems in place. I need to be around like-minded people who are going places. This is the community for you. This is for the CEO who wants to have discipline, who wants to show up, who wants to use video marketing, who is willing to be uncomfortable and do it afraid and go out there and build a business that gives them the life that they want. Because your business is made to give you the lifestyle that you desire. That's what it's for. Why else would you do it? Right? The little says 500 a day, 4 days a week. Okay, cool. So why are you not making $500 a day? Have a blessed day. Thank you for this. I have to get to class. You're welcome. 4 days. Meet me here tomorrow at noon. If you got to go, no biggie. Make it plain, Doc, in my church ready voice. Amen. You guys join in. There's limited seats. And when the doors close, it's not a trick. It closes. And then each class individually will cost you hundreds of dollars. The Book Stylist program is $337. Right now you can join and get access to the mastermind, which will give you the Book Stylist program. And you can look at it for $97. So you can take the class. Just saying. Just saying. So, and the funny thing is, if we're being busy with things that ain't making us money, I don't know what you're doing. It doesn't make sense to me. I'd rather sit. I don't want to do, guys, this is a business. You have a business to run. And so you should be looking at what is the thing that's going to bring me my income. It's the clients. So I need clients. Okay, what are the activities that are going to allow me to get the clients? How do I map them out? When do I schedule them? What am I doing? What am I saying? Just saying, we got limited seats. It's going to be open for a short period of time, and then everything goes back up to multiple hundreds of dollars each. So you're getting a bundle of programs. If you guys want to learn how to take pictures on social media, if you want to learn how to use YouTube, if you want to learn how to get booked, if you want to learn how to know how to manage the numbers in your business, the income and the expenses and tracking that. And the funny thing is, if you don't have to join, there's no pressure, right? But the question is, what are you going to do different in 2019? And who around you is going to help you? I've had so many people come back and say, I should have been paid you. I'll be like, because I know that most people get stuck in strategy and still and studying. I like to teach you so that you can get into action fast and start helping people. Because when you help people, you make a lot of money. So your money is in direct proportion to how many people that you help. So if you don't have a lot of money, you're not helping a lot of people. And if the people around you for the last 2 years, for the last year, if they're doing the same thing, that's why you're still getting the same results. Just saying. Just saying. Come on, structure. Right. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. I'm down. CEO same. And also, one of the qualities of a CEO, they don't freaking wait. You ain't got to. I'm just saying, this is not. What I notice people do is that we just skeptic. And you want to know how I can work all around the world and go visit my super mentors anytime I want. I can call. I can go. All these things happen. I get upgrade. I get all these things. The reason why is because I take action. I make my mind and I move. People take forever. CEOs, bosses do not be sitting there twiddling their thumbs. Some of y'all saw me talking about this 6 months ago and still ain't joined. And you see all the testimonials you've been following and you see, but you still ain't joined. Because you're being a skeptic. And I would like to invite you not to join my stuff because we don't need no skeptics. I need you to stop being a skeptic and invite you to see things differently and understand that your life is a result of your mind. My life is a result of my mind. Your life is a result of your mind. I'm creating all of this. I am creating all of this with my thoughts and my words. So if I desire more, this has to change. Like for real. Crystal said for real though, it works. We ain't even scratched the surface. Like Crystal was here on Sunday. We were going in. I mean, it's just never enough time. There's so much information and so much strategy, bump information. I'm trying to give you strategy so that you can go do it and get your dough. Starting next week, my group energy is going to move. I am pushing them forward. We are working on the vision and we are making the plans and we are moving forward and we are checking in. If you want to run with bosses like that, then this is the group for you. But I just want to encourage you in general to understand what a CEO does. A CEO does not sit and hem and haw and twiddle their thumbs. They literally take fast action. They take fast action when they know something is for them. So listen, you got to be that type of person. You got to be disciplined to show up when you don't feel like it. You got to take fast action. You got to be willing to be perfectly imperfect. Keep falling, keep moving forward. Keep falling forward. Keep falling forward. It's the way that it goes. Okay? It's just the way that it goes. So you go to LakeishaMichelle.com if you want to join. Listen, the information is there. 12 payments and $97. If you don't pay your payments, then you just put out the group. Ain't no pressure. Ain't nobody chasing nobody. It's that simple. It's that simple. $4 a day. If you ain't got no clients, and if you don't have $97, I would like to invite you to come sit with some people who know how to get $97 per minute. Right? You want to be able to, that doesn't make sense. If you don't have no money, you got to figure out why. Right? I wish I had known about this 6 months ago. I love it. Now, that's a smart CEO. Because you understand, if I had thought about this 6 months ago and actually start doing it, my life will be different in 6 months. Because our life is a result of what we did in 90 days, 6 months ago. So very smart observation. Okay, guys. So tomorrow we're going to meet me back here at noon, 10 a.m. and noon p.m. What is noon p.m.? Y'all know, 12 Central in the afternoon, 10 a.m. Central in the morning. Because in the morning, we're talking about what we talked about this morning with Matthew. We're talking about worrying and faith is so good. And then at noon, we're going to continue this conversation of business. Okay? I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. You guys, there are so many people in the CEO Mastermind. So many people have made their money back well over. So many people are still like, oh my gosh, I'm still getting it from 2 years ago. This first launched April 2017, and it is January 2019. So we still roll. We rocking and rolling. So Nalula, okay, let me look at what you're saying. Thank you guys for hanging out. Make sure you take the questions that I gave you and you go do your homework. Okay. What metrics do I have in place in my marketing? What metrics do I have in place with my sales? Okay. And then tomorrow we're going to go deeper into that because I don't give y'all a lot. Your mindset, okay, living from that space. Who do I need to be now in order to match that person that I want to be? So if you say you want to make $100,000, well, what does that person who makes $100,000, what would they be doing today? Chris said we sure did. I got this much notes. Look at all the emojis. I love it. All right, so okay, so $2,000 divided by, you said 4 days, $500 a day. Okay, so what's your minimum service? What's your minimum thing that someone's going to buy from you? And really, you should know your average service ticket. But even if I like to say minimum service just because I always set my numbers. Like I work from the lowest. That way, I'm always going to beat them so that I know I hit them. Thank you for sharing. This is amazing. You're welcome. I'm happy. I joined. I made over 55,000 last year. Still reaching 400K. Love it. And I know it's mindset and just clearing out the space. You guys, we have to consistently clear out the space so that we can receive what we're looking to receive. There may be some habits financially. So in the mastermind, there is, I'm adding the money chronicles and the money workshop, which is the spreadsheet. So you can track your money. Because a lot of times you might have made $70,000, but if you didn't track your money right, I don't know if you did or didn't, but if you didn't track your money right, then you missed opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So every single day, a part of the CEO Stylist, a part of it, and I still have this same workbook. I can go find old videos where I keep telling you guys, make the freaking workbook that I give you and walk around with it because it keeps you focused. This is where your business plan is going to be. The reason why you want to have your business plan is because things are going to come to you. And if it doesn't line up with your business plan at the moment, you need to ditch it because you have to be laser focused. So we go into, when you log into the mastermind, we're going over your business level and then what you need to be doing based on where your business is right now. And then we go into all these different things that help you really get a clear sense of what's going on in your business. Now, what Nalula is talking about with her money is going to be this page right here, your income sheet, okay? And then this is the get, convert, and keep people plan, okay? So it shows you how to break down your monthly income to weekly to daily, and then the amount. Now, here's the deal. This is just for people. Some people say, I'm just going to manifest. The average person needs this kind of structure, okay? And so you want to be able, again, these are metrics. We got to be able to measure what we're doing. So this is the stuff that's in the class, okay? And so what's going to happen is you write down your sales activities. Like, I know what my sales activities are. If you're not doing your sales activities every single day, it's no wonder the money will fall different, because you've got to be, your money is directly related to the amount of offers. Offers is what you sell. If I say, would you like this look on my eyes? And you say, yes, I just made an offer. If you said no, I still just made an offer. My money is related to how many times I offer you to buy these lashes. I don't know why that's the thing I keep talking about today, but that's it. My money is related to how many times I make the offer. That's it. Ain't no brain surgery to this, boo-boo. Okay. So when you, let me open this up. I won't have to hold that binder because that was just awkward. Once you set your monthly income, so Lulu, I need you to revisit this because you're obviously just not doing the basics. And yes, guess what? I love your honesty, because what happens is the basics are boring. The basics are boring. Yes, this is for general business. Guys, when you log in, this is just literally asking you to organize your business on paper, figure out what the metrics are. The mastermind, there are life coaches, there are speakers, authors, teachers, beauty professionals. The reason why I decided to stick with the word stylist, which sometimes I think, why did I, is because I feel like a stylist is a designer of life. Like, so I can CEO my life and I can design it however I want. I wake up when I want, I travel when I want, I go where I want. And it's not in a cocky way. It's just because I decided, and then I just backed it up with the metrics that made my business match my lifestyle. And so here we are. So I'm just passionate about showing you guys how you can do it as well. Right. And so in this mastermind, you're going to get all of the courses bundled up and the new stuff. There's new stuff coming. You get it in the mastermind. There's a couple courses that aren't in there because they just don't make, this is business strategy. So this sheet will help you plan your monthly numbers. If you do not sit down at the beginning of February and do this, and this is what we're doing next week. Next week, you guys, this coming week, I may even do it on the 1st or even on that Thursday, actually on the 31st. I think I should do it on the 31st. So we can plan out February. So you can plan your income goals, and then you're going to walk out what your sales activities are. And then you have to actually schedule and break down your week. How many of you guys actually planned your week this week? Most people don't. They just be lollygagging. I don't even know what y'all be doing. So look, then you go into your daily schedule. Okay, in your daily schedule, all of your reminders, if you actually look at this and hold yourself accountable, maybe I should do like a thing where I do a challenge where everybody's got to post this for the next, 30 days. Because if you actually go here, it's telling you how many people did you ask today? How many people did you reach today, right? What's your daily income goal? And then what was the actual income? What was all of these details. And this is just one of the courses. This is one of the courses that's in the group that allows you to actually map out your marketing and then pay attention to the numbers, because the numbers don't lie. So if you got to the end of the week and you realize okay, I still got X amount of dollars to go, then your mind is going to be okay, I can offer this, I can do that. This is business. This is how you do business. But people are just waiting and looking and hoping something different is going to happen. That's just one of the classes inside the CEO Stylist. You can do that same method for if you're teaching online classes. Because even when you're teaching online classes, I teach online classes. There's a certain amount of times I have to present my offer. There's a certain amount of live streams I got to do. And if I'm not offering and, I'm not actively focusing on marketing and sales, things can die down because I don't use paid advertisement. So it's the same. You'd be surprised what you can do with no paid advertisement. So the sprint is the same. It's just a matter of you getting the right mindset, being clear on how your business operates, what the best marketing methods are for you, right? And then freaking doing it. That's the part that nobody does. We buy class after class and then we don't do it. That's a whole nother subject. Okay, I love it. And the thing is, we're going to have a couple live streams next week for all the new people that join so that you can get acclimated, figure out which course is right for you to focus on now. So that's exciting. And then all of the updates you guys get. And it's literally $97 a month. You don't want to pay in full. If you know, like I'm a lifer, I'm in, $897 saves you $267. Because typically people, they stay on, right? Because it's just like you're getting the content and it's just awesome. It's community. Everybody's pouring into each other. So it's pretty freaking awesome. Okay, I got to go pick up my mama and go hang out with my girl. Preparation of the mind, folks. She's telling the truth. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you for opening this back up. This was definitely God. This year is my year to push through business. You're welcome. My minimum is 55, but my average ticket is 85 to 100. Okay, so if your average ticket is 85, so what's the problem? You just need more clients? Sound like, what's the problem? You what's stopping you? Because that's a high number. I don't understand the problem. Especially if you're getting tips. 85 plus tip. I don't understand what the problem is. What I missed. Oh, you missed a lot. We getting ready to go. I gotta go. I'm gonna pick up my mom and we're taking our moms to lunch. Thank you for sharing. This is amazing. Yeah, I think you just you probably are you going as hard as you can go? Are you going as hard as you can go? I started off tracking. I need to go back 3 to 6 months and track it. Exactly. Because we just get off track. That's like when we start, something new. We fall off. The whole thing is that when you're measuring, you know where you fell off, and then you can just hop back on. Okay. I love it. You guys are fired up. Listen, share the stream. Don't keep it to yourself. Bring your tribe. My minimum is 100. I should be doing much more. So your minimum item price is 100. So the question is, guys, when I ask you these questions, really you start to begin to think about it. If you're not making that number, the question, why not? What's actually happening? And typically it's, I don't have the clients. And if you don't have the clients, then what's your highest value task right now? Getting more clients, right? And then following up with the people that you've called them, that you've worked with in the past. So it's always prospecting, asking, following up. Oh, I love your honesty though. I love the honesty. How many guys have really just been like, you know what? I don't measure anything. How many guys felt like, oh God, I don't measure that. It's cool. There's a scripture about measurement, minimum commission. Got it. Yeah, so it's just a matter of how many people do I need to talk to get that happening. I learned that from Brian Tracy. How many conversations do I need to have in order to get that person to say yes, right? How many conversations? So if I talk to 10 people and one person says yes, and I need 5 people a day, how many people I need to talk to? 50 people. 50 people, 5 say yes. And if they're not saying yes, then I need to look at what I'm saying, or do they want it? So then I can just actually ask them, like, what was wrong? Is it me? No pressure. I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm just trying to see if this is what people want. Do you actually want something like this? Like, what is happening? Then you have to actually talk to the marketplace and ask them, and then look at what you're doing. Is it your look? Is it your breath? Is it your presentation? Right? Which typically it's just, people match you too. If you come to people like, hey, I have this thing that I'm up to, they're going to be like, oh, no, thanks, bye. They don't even care because your energy sucked. You got to be enthusiastic about what you're up to. Okay, I got to go because I'll start a whole nother class. I love it. So you guys know that it's metrics. We're going to talk more about metrics tomorrow. Meet me here at noon, at 10 a.m. Central and at noon Central, okay? And we'll do this all over again. I love you. I may go live this evening. Turn your notifications and subscribe. We're going to keep having this conversation. We're about to get 100 people in the group, and then I'm shutting the doors, okay? Shutting the doors, and we're going to work hard. I don't know. I literally, this is not a joke, y'all, for real. I opened this up in 2017. And I think I may have launched this like 3 or 4 times. So it's 2019. I'm just saying you might want to get in this time because I know I'm working on a whole new business and I'm about to give that business all my energy. So this is kind of like last call for alcohol for a while. I love you guys. I love it. LakeishaMichelle.com to join. The sales list is there. You can just read it and see what it's about. If you have any questions, there's a chat box on LakeishaMichelle.com and you can just send a chat. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm going to send this out to my email list. If you guys didn't have time to watch it all, I'll send it to you. I love you. Ciao.